When it comes to competitive fighting games, there's no doubt in any aspect that it's either your option, Street Fighter or Tekken, to be the top, at least according to Evo this year and previous years. They usually have the most contestants when it comes down to that. Now, it's like a flip a coin situation depending on what you like more, if you prefer 2D or 3D. But these games I put like on the same caliber from everything, skill-wise and skill check, knowledge checks, just everything you can do to perform at the highest level when it comes to fighting games, on top of being as mainstream as possible. Now, they're not necessarily Mortal Kombat mainstream, oddly saying that, because with Evo being this weekend, Mortal Kombat has basically the lowest amount in recency games. Like, in a recency bias aspect, Mortal Kombat's not looking good competitively, being their first Evo go around, right? I don't know why the numbers are hella low, and there's a lot of reasons why. I just, the respectable nature for Mortal Kombat has gone out the window. But Tekken 8, what makes Tekken 8 so great to me, I still love Mortal Kombat to this day. I still love Tekken up until this point. Now, when I say up until this point, because I've never played any previous Tekkens, and when I first picked up Tekken 8, man, I was terrible, because you're utilizing the same foundation and fundamentals while adding so much more fun mechanisms that are kind of risky, especially with your culturally endeavored audience and those who liked watching the essences of Tekken, right? Tech, doing your techs and doing the defense and your counterplay and your timing, your frame. It is very tough to really look into like what makes Tekken Tekken, because there's so many great things. But what Tekken 8 is doing, especially somebody like me who's a newcomer, I for one have gotten Elder God multiple times in Mortal Kombat. I'm not the best in the world, of course, at any of these games, but I always like find myself loving Tekken way more right now currently. And it's weird that in a essence, in a lifetime where I played Mortal Kombat my whole life. I mean, I played these in the 90s. I'm a millennial. I played these in the 90s. That I'm saying that I enjoy Tekken way more. Not just enjoy it. That's the weird part. I'm actually better at Tekken than I am at Mortal Kombat right now currently. And I'm just like, damn, like this is really, really fun. And it could be a lot of things, right? Rather it's like your rage arts or just the heat burst or everything. But it also, when you go in, when you just mesh those together, that's when the game becomes like, it just becomes so amazing. And by far, I like watching Tekken professional gameplay or competing gameplay way more than I ever would want to watch Mortal Kombat right now currently. Again, it's not a knock on MK. I prefer watching Tekken more. I think it looks more exciting. The fluidity and just the punishes sound way more like a punish in my opinion. And I don't know, every moment really matters to me in Tekken. Again, I don't know if I just fell in love with, aside from Rage Art, I think I just fell in love with like the no combo breaker aspect and being aggressive to an extent to where you're evened out with your opponent, right? In Mortal Kombat's very difficult to really distinguish a lot of skill sets at times unless you're just amazing and you're that top competing spirit. But Tekken by far, man, I have, to this day, I'm still so surprised at why Tekken is amazing. Just from the color schemes, the art, the delivery, how fast it is, how fast you can go through multitudes of sets, the lobbies, the servers, practicing in between matches, just little things like that. It's like a million little things that just make this game so incredible. The learning curve, the frustration moments, the longevity, and the thanks that legacy players get, because Mortal Kombat kind of shits on their legacy players. 9 was a different game from X. X is a different game from 11. 11's a different game from now, which is Mortal Kombat 1. While Tekken kind of kept everything, they just made it faster and a lot more aggressive. But everybody's kind of adapted to that already, because I know low-key a lot of people are like, man, this is hella fun. Like, as much as it's not like the way everybody knows Tekken, I can't speak too much to that volume because I'm not a Tekken legacy player. This was my first ever Tekken, and damn, I'm so glad to finally be a legacy player. So whatever Tekken did this game, I know they definitely did for a lot of people moving forward. And even at that, Evo's right now, and a lot of people that are spreading awareness, so shout outs to you all that are streaming these things and the events to try to make fighting game players are at least invested, that were just purely casual MK players. Because usually a lot of MK players were like me, like we were casually playing the game. We'll casually play Marvel vs. Capcom, casually play Mortal Kombat, and maybe like OG Street Fighters. But the streamers that are really displaying a lot of this stuff also, especially the bigger name streamers other than myself, like doing like trying to like spread awareness, because I like to spread awareness to like other audiences also, like especially me, because I play like a lot of Call of Duty and virtual reality. A lot of my audience comes from those segues. So I started recently really spreading my love for fighting games to try to help out some awareness. I don't have a big ass platform like everybody else, but we have something. I want to use my voice for some good, you know? And it's cool seeing other people actually bringing eyes to how Tekken is going. And man, dude, I took some days off Tekken, and I told myself like I wanted to just have fun coming back. I took a break, and then I came back, and I was just having hella fun. So fun, man. And I just can't believe it. Like I play on both my console and my PC, and I love it both. Like it's wherever I play the game, I'm just enjoying it. It's fast. It has a lot of 50-50s. I don't know if it's the sidestepping gesture. This was my first ever 3D game also. So I've never played really 3D games, and then I never played Tekken in my life. So, and I thought it was just more of a honeymoon thing, but now when I play all the other games, including classics, I still go back to classics and have fun on my streams also. I still want to play Tekken 8. I'm like, damn, what? I wouldn't say addicting. That's a weird ass word to say, but what makes me like really like just clinch myself into this game of why I want to keep playing Tekken 8? It is just monumental. It's already so monumental, this game. I enjoy watching it all day. I'm literally watching it right now on the side screen while I'm recording this video. And I just wanted to share that Tekken 8 continues to evolve, and like their patches. I know one thing they do have right now, again, a lot of people do glaze Tekken as like the superior fighting game, which is rightfully so. It is a fucking hard game. But Street Fighter is also up there, and I know in terms of like character releasing, I know there hasn't been a lot versus like what Mortal Kombat does. Mortal Kombat, although kind of dripping, feeding content, they still have the most by far by a fighting game. They're releasing a shit ton of fighters and packs and all that stuff. And although Tekken doesn't have a lot of that, I still find myself just wanting to go back and play. You know, I love to play Eddie Gordo a lot. I love to play some of the other characters that have simplified inputs. And then I also like to try to learn other characters that have harder inputs. Regardless of what it is, I notice the learning curve is very tough in this game. And I notice also just everything, like knowing when to punish, knowing what's kind of safe, knowing what like flowcharts you kind of want to do, right? You can make your own stuff look really, really unique. In fighting games, you can always do that. But Tekken has so much more inputs that the more you keep going, the more unique it becomes. And then you also become a respectable player. You know what I mean? So not only are you learning this hard-ass game, now you're a respectable fighting game player because you're playing possibly the hardest fighting game on planet Earth. Especially when you go against real people, like going blue ranks onward and all that stuff. You start going into like the emperors and the kings and the gods, and you're like, damn, like I'm really playing real people that are strategically like really wanting to win. So Tekken 8, what makes it great in my opinion is the music, the stages. Like stage awareness is another thing you have to master. Wall combos you have to master. There's like different situations for all of that, you know, and it's so much fun pressure, not bad pressure, but it's fun pressure to really understand. Like in stages, you're just like, oh shit, there's a stage that you can break the floor, right? And then walls, right? Full combos, you know, executing combo, boom, wall burst combo, boom. You know, just using awarenesses, using things to your advantage, knowing that like low blocking is like it's stupid for the most part, that you have to parry, not necessarily low block. Like those are crucial to know in this game, and those take you a far route. You know, like low poking, mixing up, and just having fun with your mix-ups from all angles, right? Mixes, grabs, overheads, like everything, you know. And the limiting projectiles is what's cool with me. I'm just into fighting games where let's just have fun, let's just throw some hands, and let's play respectful, right? Again, I'm not the best in the world, But it does it's a lot of fun when you're kind of just doing all that stuff, like, you know, the sidestepping and really filling out your opponent, like you know, just poke, backdash real quick, get in, you know, fighting people that wave that. Like, there's just so much experience and knowledge in Tekken that it's hard to just grasp into one word what makes Tekken great. But I feel the advancement, how fast it is now aggressively, the mix-ups, the 50-50s, music, art, like all these things combined into one almost makes it a damn near flawless game. Now, I know it's not perfect to those that play this fucking game like 10 hours a day. Of course you're gonna find something if you're playing a game like 10 hours a day. But if you're somebody like me who just plays a few hours a day, not the best in the world, but definitely not just like a super casual, right? Like, I know what I'm doing. This game by far delivers something that just makes it so fun to come back to, and you just got to give them all the props to it. And when I'm not playing this game, I love to watch this game so much. And this was kind of like OG Warzone days for me. Like in OG Call of Duty Warzone, I definitely like to watch Warzone when back in Verdansk days. I felt like that was the most enjoyable to watch, and now I feel like Tekken is like that for me all the time. Again, I never played Tekken in my life, and I thought it was just something like come release day back in January. I thought it was just gonna be like a little like honeymoon, but it's already 6 months in, and I'm like, damn, I still really enjoy this game. I could only imagine people that played this game like since Tekken 3 and shit, or even before, like Tekken Tag 2 and all that. Like, if you play that game from there all the way till now, like, damn, like I see all the movesets, like everything's basically the same unless it's like a new character. So I'm like, man, hats off to you all, bro, because now y'all have years of extensive experience, and it's so cool for me too that's being new to this like legacy aspect now moving forward. Hell yeah, like no question that I'm gonna play Tekken moving forward now. Like, that is a definite primary rotation for me. I have so much fun on stream. I stream Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and I love both still. Again, MK1 is ass right now, but maybe year 2 they'll start to bump it up with new characters and Takeda and all that. But with Tekken, I know that's my primary game, aside from like Warzone still and other games that I rotate, like Switch games and stuff. And I can't express my gratitude to how much this game has been so fun, despite it being frustrating at times. But the execution is just so cool. Not even just like about your rank. It's more about just like what you're learning day in, day out, and what you're coming across. Some people, like, there's a lot of vibe checks where people play around online too, like we're just being stupid. And I don't know, man. It's they did such a great job with the game, man. And somebody like me who always looked over this franchise, not because I thought it was whack, obviously the superior fighting game of the world. I just always played like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter so much more, and all 2D games, maybe like somewhat of Budokai. And when I was playing, this was supposed to be like another filler game for me, because like MK1 was getting kind of stale after release because they were kind of really going down a route where we're not enjoying in Mortal Kombat. When this game released, I was like, all right, cool. I'll try it out for a while. I'll try to advance a little bit. Man, I never thought this would be for sure. I never thought that I would not just be playing this game, but I'm actually better at Tekken than Mortal Kombat, and I've reached Elder God Mortal Kombat. And I'm still like, yeah, I'm better at Tekken than I am at Mortal Kombat right now. At least based on like the combat aspects and what you have to learn. Because Tekken, no matter what your rank, everybody gets ranks weirdly. But for sure in the rank, it's more like it's big brain moves at the end of the day. That's what Tekken is. It's big brain moves. And if you can do that along with some execution, because it's not going to be a lot of times where you're going to get a punish, especially against good players. And it's not going to be a lot of time where you're going to get like a good counter or like be able to capitalize on a whiff or stage or whatever advantage you do have in that moment. It won't be a lot of times against good players. So I don't take those moments for granted. When that happens for me, man, I make sure I'm doing something in those. And there's so much more you can do, right? Like all your armors and the heat bursts. And I don't always immediately try to use my heat bursts all the time. I just try to fluctuate, and it's just so cool. There's always a game plan going in. And then on top of that, like, Tekken gets you in and out of games so fast that like it is something that, I don't know, man, it's so favorable to. In an hour, I get so much gameplay playing Tekken. In an hour of Mortal Kombat, I feel like I've been waiting in the fucking lobby for like 30 minutes. So like Tekken puts you in games fast, you're learning, and you get all the characters across the board for the most part. If you play casual, if you play quick play, you will get all the characters. Ranked, you kind of get more metas, but yeah, it's just so cool, bro. There's so much to fucking say, man. I'll probably have a part 2 of this video, but Tekken 8 is so great, man. And I think it needs to just be known that they did a phenomenal job. I wasn't really a main, like a casual gamer or a main fighting game player. But when I played this game, I really wanted to study more and more about the game. And I still do to this day. It's like a constant learning curve. And it's so cool. And on top of that, I just love watching it. It's fun to watch. I don't know, that's just my opinion, though. Y'all let me know what's up, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace.